Hello everyone and welcome back to my Iron Lakes series where we play the Iron Thief on the Lakes map on hard difficulty. So last time we had massively expanded our reservoir over here, although we were in the middle of the drought as that completed. So one of the things that we really want to do in this episode is significantly expand our our power supply down here. We do have an infinite power, not infinite, a perpetual power generation. Still keep saying infinite. At some point, I hope I will learn. We have this perpetual power generation because we have a bad water discharge over here and a bunch of our water wheels lined up. And right now, or what we had set up last episode, was this water wheel contraption, which takes the bad water and channels it basically in a roundabout way, snaking its way along this path that we have built over there, hopefully significantly increasing our power supply. So at the moment, this single water or bad water wheel is producing about 160 power. If all of these do the same, and I would assume it will get actually a little bit more or a little bit stronger as we finish building up this side of the dam, which should be maybe on highest priority. It is not, but that is overall okay. The next thing that we definitely need to do is we had removed this dam over here, so we are going to fill this up. Set this on highest priority because this needs to be done before the drought ends, as otherwise the bad water will actually flow in here and start contaminating this area over here. At the same time, we will then blow up this dam on this side, which will allow us to make this entire area over here green, and maybe give us or provide us with the opportunity to plant some more crops over here as we move along. I almost had forgotten, we had a beaver trapped on this side behind this gap. So what we want to do is just put the connection back in. Beavers are hungry. Not entirely sure why. We do have 1,000 food in the bank. We do still have 1,000 water in the bank. But 1,000 water is not a lot, obviously, especially since we have still 11 days to go. However, we have one water pumper, which is obviously not enough. But we have one of them who is continuously pumping the water to supply our beavers. We do have a medium warehouse down here that does not have anything to store, and I'm not entirely sure what we would store in here, so let's leave it at that. Still continuously producing explosives, and I think this will be quite essential for what I am planning in the next episode, but I won't spoil it yet, so you will need to join me in the next episode to see what will happen. Right, our beavers are significantly, they're almost done with this, which is great. So as they are wrapping this up, they can continue to focus on the area down here. And they have now actually closed this part off, so all of the bad water now needs to flow out of this section, which has increased the power production over here to about 250. So increased it by about 50%, 40%. So I think overall we're in good shape. One thing that we also want to consider in the long run is how to make sure that our swimming pools are actually continuously supplied with water. So we'll work on that. But again, we'll do that next time. So what is the plan for this episode, except for, all of this power production? Let's see, what do we really need? Our beavers ultimately need to be happier. We have a good amount of water supply, 10 days left, still 950 water left. So we have a well-being of 20. And major part of our well-being would be to increase time at the campfire, increase time at the rooftop terrace, create more food options, as well as a beaver statue and the different monuments. Swimming pool, that will come back. Mud bath, wind tunnel, and motivatorium, they all need power. So we will wait with these until we actually expand our power supply from this area over here in this section right here. So, however, the beaver statue is right there, and that should not be an issue. We should be able to just put 2 of these in there. Definitely, hold on, let's not unlock it. Which way should they actually be facing? And I think we will have them face each side of the houses, and that should significantly help us with our well-being. They need 30 metal blocks each. We have 230 in stock, which is great. That also means, though, we should consider increasing our metal block storage, which is right here. So this is not quite full, but it is getting there. So what we're going to do right here is put in a staircase just over, not over this side. We'll just put it, you know what, let's just put it over here. And then put single platforms down like this, as well as additional large industrial aisles. With that, we will have significantly increased our metal storage by another 360 pieces, which will be excellent as they keep producing more and more metal blocks, and we're right now not utilizing them at all. They are still making a good amount of progress over here. We do have, though, 3 unemployed beavers, and that's a no-go. So I would say we can turn back on at least one of our industrial lumber mills and one of our gear workshops. And with that, we're completely used up all of our 3 beavers while producing or like refreshing our plank storage as well as our gear storage. Keep in mind, our overall goal is to put in one of the monuments, and not just one, the Earth Repopulator, which needs 1,500 gears, 2,000 treated planks, and 2,000 metal blocks. So these 360 will definitely not be enough. We could try to plan in a way that allows us to have all of the storage for these materials that we need. I think we're just going to expand this right away as well, just so we can set it and forget it. I very much like that approach, as you know, you don't need to think about anything anymore. So let's put these up here. Now all of this is connected. We should have plenty of material for this. So let me quickly high prioritize this, just so we can get this done. And we don't need to worry about this metal block storage facility running out of space. So that's a good starting point. We do need more gear storage, although we do have 400 of it, and 200 is completely empty. For our planks, we also need more storage. And that is, I want to say, less of a problem, as we can just expand over here, double platform there, and put that in just like this. So we are now increasing our plank storage here with another 180. I wish the Iron Teeth would have larger storage facilities, which they have, for example, with the and I really need to look up what their name is, with the folk tails. Anyways, the other faction, and we'll play them in the next season of this. But in the meantime, you know, we just have to deal with what we have, right? So massively expanded this, already put in all of the additional storage right here, which is great. Could also increase our gear storage. And you know what? Why don't we do this? Put another 600 gear storage in, just like that, and connect this up with our platforms. And before I forget, we will select gears in every single one of them. Here, here, and here. Which made me realize we don't actually need planks, we need treated planks. Okay, so should probably turn on our, and we can actually set this to gear storage as well. And then we have this slightly annoying like notification down here, finally gone. We do have one unemployed, or we had one unemployed beaver, so I turned this back on. I have another unemployed beaver again, which means we can turn on this workshop right here, just to, again, overall improve the amount of materials that we are storing for trying to finalize our ultimate monument, the Earth Repopulator. We have actually put in the beaver statues while being increased by 4. I expected kind of to be notified of this. Don't know why it didn't happen, but oh well. And otherwise, the swimming pool again, still out. Where are our scratchers? Didn't we have 2 scratchers here? Maybe 2 is not enough, which means we should consider putting down a few more. And where would be a good place for a scratcher? We could put them in the back here. Let's see how much space we actually have. Could do that. I don't know if that will look that nice. Or we could just put this entire area here into, or turn this entire area here into a scratcher facility, which could again be kind of fun. But on the other hand, maybe we'll expand up here. I don't really need to do that yet either. Alright, I think I need some more time to think about this. In the meantime, we have another unemployed beaver, so let's turn this back on. Just producing a few more planks, and I guess one thing that we should consider is putting another one of the wood workshops in, just so it's all ready to go, and we don't need to worry about it. In order to do this though, I think we need to consider... Let's actually quickly demolish all of this. That should be enough space. Wow, where are they all going? Okay, that should be enough space for another wood workshop. Yeah, perfect amount of space. Let's super high prioritize this. And they should very quickly build this because we have all of the materials that we need for this. Logs, planks, and gears. We are running a little bit low on logs, which means we should really add another woodcutter over here. Very easy to do. We're gonna remove one of these. Actually do have a decent amount of wood, and I don't think they're actually catching up with cutting it down. But we'll still leave that for now, and once this tree is grown, you know what, I'm not gonna wait until this tree is grown. We don't have to wait this long, as we do have plenty of trees over here, and there's a bunch of dead ones in the back that are all marked for being chopped down, but it just never happens. Right, they are still heavily building all of this, which is great. Another water wheel is actually in that doesn't produce that much right now, but overall not too bad. We're going to increase its productivity by raising the priority of these levees right here, because then the water will directly flow through it and will definitely help us produce more energy. We do have a demand of 2,700, only producing 1,400, which makes me think that even with all of these wheels, we're not gonna be there at a point where this is gonna be enough power supply. Our batteries are doing their job to keep us alive during the day with all of this, but they are being used up, And I guess overnight they just recharge, which, you know, not the best situation to be in. One thing that we also should definitely do, and I have just realized there could be an issue with that, is actually try to delete this dam over here. But one easy way actually to achieve this is put a staircase right here, set this again to highest priority. I'm gonna demolish these two. Well, for now, just one. And we're going to replace this with a... actually, this will not be enough. If we will not be able to reach this. So unfortunately, we'll need to put in a platform here that will ultimately just get demolished. So we can take this one down. Alright, let's high prioritize this as well. We're producing a good amount of explosives, and that will be quite useful, again, in the next episode. And they have already put in another water wheel. Great. So that means we should also higher prioritize this part here, as well as this part over here. Because at the moment, as you can tell, this water wheel is not turning because there's no water flow that goes along it, or not strong enough that goes along it. So we'll definitely need to do something about that. Overall, not too bad. We're in pretty good shape, I would say. They have now removed this block. Now we're going to demolish this block or blockage, and we are going to set this up with a single height floodgate. Now we can also remove this. Put this on the highest priority so we don't completely lose that material. And we can also now demolish this. Put this on the highest priority. Overall, I have to say I'm pretty happy with the amount of builders that we have, even though it might be nice to have another temporary builder hut just to speed the process up even more. And instead of just thinking about it, let's just put one in, because it can never hurt. Right now we don't have any unemployed beavers. Actually, we don't need to high prioritize this. Let's put this on normal priority, because as the drought is about to end, we will need to pause 2 of these. One of them will be enough, because we will need to reactivate our deep water pumps. Now these are deep water pumps, but they're actually not that useful because it's not that deep where they're pumping. So we're going to reactivate all of our water pumpers. And in addition, because we can, we will also expand our water storage over here. And again, I can't tell you how much I love that you can place the dynamite on top of your paths, because this way they will just put it all in and we can explode this entire area up without having to have this one strip in the middle where the path originated. That will ultimately create kind of a weird situation where sometimes you just block off entire sections. Not that they're currently blocked off in this setup, but again, just something to consider. Alright, this is producing energy now. This is not. Now, because this is only medium priority, it's not going to be that quickly, or it won't be done that quickly. So actually, I'm going to high prioritize all of this. Now these beavers don't have anything to do, but there is new water flowing in here. There's also water already directly flowing in through here, which is great. And this is still on 0.9, which I think was low enough for all of this not to flood. But again, we'll see how this goes. Alright. Well, how about this? That is not tipping over. Wonder if we should kind of open this up. yeah, let's leave it for now. I think we're in pretty good shape over here, as it comes to that. All right, this is now tipping over, which means we do have enough beavers that are actually pumping water, and I've just noticed it actually flows in this direction too, which is kind of cool. Which means this water flow will also supply these water pumpers with the essential water, which is pretty great, to be honest. Alright, let's see, how far did they get with this? Not that far. I guess they are prioritizing this over here now for building. Doesn't have that much longer to build, I want to say, to get all of this done. It was quickly like nighttime in between, but not too bad, not too bad. Alright, they are... Where are you taking all of this? Oh, these are the haulers. Interesting. They are taking the scrap metal, maybe the metal blocks, all the way over here. Actually, don't know where they're bringing. Yeah, that's actually the scrap metal that's being stored over there. We had already expanded in this section over here for more metal blocks, which is good. Definitely help us. But what I really want to do now is expand this water storage area down here. Will, again, help us with the next drought, because these 5 water pumpers will be able to pump much longer. And yeah, that'll be quite beneficial. We did run out of space for our beavers to sleep, which means we should actually make a bit more space, and I think we're going to do this right there. Again, really great that we can just put some of the dynamite onto our paths, so we're going to explode all of this up. Yeah, we're actually going to explode it all the way until we're right next to our medical facility. And then we can put another 3 houses in the back here, and I think at that point we're actually going to expand to the large barracks, which is 1 deeper, which, now that I say it, I should actually also put in 1 more row of dynamite in the back here. Right. Not super important for now. They are doing a pretty good job over here, I would say. Although it does take them quite a bit to get this done. So, even though we are really, or we all really need to create more water storage, actually got pretty low now that I look at it. I was wondering if we should pause some of these and turn one of the builder's huts back on, and I'm actually going to do this without touching our water pumpers, just to make sure we can more quickly build all of this. With 2 injured beavers, that's not too bad. They do seem very unhappy. 1 with a broken arm, 1 with a broken face, I guess. Yeah. Poor guy. We do have a bad tide coming up. Again, nothing to worry about. All of this should actually be done now automatically. We are producing power back here that we're not using, so at some point we should consider trying to bridge over into this area right here. Maybe we'll actually try to do this underwater, which I think would look quite nice. Anyways, what else do we need to do? I guess we're still waiting for them to finish this. Now, this has become a bit of a slump where our beavers actually take quite some time to build their stuff. And I didn't think these areas here were too far away, but I guess I was mistaken. So we could try to shortcut this over there, but I don't think we need to. Instead, we're going to leave this on because we do need the treated planks ultimately. Although this storage facility is now completely full, which means we need to add additional storage somewhere. And the best place to add it is actually up here, so we're going to put actually not gonna do this. That shouldn't be too much of a walk to go up here and then over there to then move into an entirely new storage facility that we are building now. So we could actually put this even one bag. Could be quite nice. So then we need to fill this gap. Let's actually set this up for now. And I know right now we're basically every episode we're just setting up more and more stuff to build, while our beavers are actually struggling with getting it all ready to go. Well, that worked out perfectly, to be honest. So we have all of this storage space over here. We're going to set this to treated planks. This one, 3 more, 1 more, and with that we are done. Going to high prioritize only one of them, just so our worker down here can keep producing. At the moment they're just, you know, I guess being bored, my guess is. And they are actually building quite a bit. We have now actually also, I'm saying actually, we have now run out of beavers to actually carry things. Well, not run out. Why are they actually... Need to stop saying actually. They're not producing as much water as I expected. We're now almost in the bad tide and we have 0. Oh, they're not producing because the dynamite is underneath. Oh no. Alright, we're gonna be in a bit of a pickle. I could explode this up and have this all work out, but I do want them to kind of finish building this. And with half a day left, to be honest, I don't think there's that much benefit from getting this kind of like blown out and, you know, ready for our beavers to pump, instead of just waiting until they finish building or putting down all of the dynamite over here. We have actually though created enough water pressure back here for this to be a water wheel, power producing water wheel, but what I completely forgot is neither this one nor this one are actually connected to our power supply area, so they're honestly right now just spinning very pointlessly. So one thing, not on highest priority, but one below, we do want to finish building this up just to make sure. And I'm quickly going to check that this is not just open, this is automated and it's been closed up. Great. Which will allow us to store all of this water now. And it actually has flooded all of this over here. And this is kind of what I wanted to see. All of this area back here is green now, which is great because it will allow us to expand our farm industry, or maybe even another wood cutting industry back here. And ultimately I think that will be quite beneficial. Now we only had 2 water pumpers and we definitely need to increase this very quickly. Well, but I don't quite know if it will happen very quickly. For now, they have kind of stopped putting the dynamite down here. Why haven't they built this actually? Oh, it wasn't on highest priority. You would think they're actually doing a pretty good job considering how fast they're running into this. But overall, they are not. And we do have a 19-day bad tide coming in. Alright, at the brink of extinction, I want to say. As we're running out of water, we will do a little stress test, see if the water storage that we have back here is enough to keep us fully supplied for these 19 days, 18 and a half days. So I am going to end the episode here. Next episode we will actually not do the fun thing that I had planned, but we will work on increasing our production speed or building speed, or massively extending it, to be honest, just to make sure these episodes remain interesting and we're not just sitting around waiting for our builders to, you know, get going. All right, with that, I want to thank everyone for joining. Please leave a like and a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you have any strategy tips of how we should improve our building speed, I would be more than keen to hear about it. So let me know. And thanks again for joining, and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.